हरिओम। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। Let us chant the Dhyana Shloka and the Hanuman Chalisa. अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवन कृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातात्मजं नमामि। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। गुरुचरण सरोज रज निजमन मुकुर सुधारी वर्णौ रघुवर बिमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत तुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै आस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जोजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लाए तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, अंत जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और दे हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे, संकट कटै मिटै सब पीरा। जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंधि महासुख होय। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरिओम। In the last class, we saw how by the grace of Sita Devi, Hanumanji has received what? He has received the greatest wealth of life, the greatest wealth in the world. What is that? She has bestowed upon him the eightfold siddhis, the 8 siddhis, and with that also the nine different wealths that she has given to him. So she has it, and therefore she has abundantly given it to him. And she has said that not only can you have it, you can also give it to those whom you wish to give it to. Right? And therefore, how is Hanumanji? Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi Ke Data Asabar Dina Janaki Mata. Of course, he should be overjoyed to give it, right? He is not just using it well, whatever he has, he is using it well, but he is also so benevolent that he, if anyone asks him for it, he is willing to give it to the right devotee, right? So here, what are these Ashta Siddhis and Navanidhis? So in the Ashta Siddhis, we saw about the what were the eightfold Siddhis, the supernatural powers that Hanumanji had. What were they? Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, Prapti, Prakamya or Prakasha, Ishitvam, and Anima is to become small, tiny, right? So here in our lives, what does it mean to us? That which Guruji has very beautiful put in the commentary, right? Is that one who can, when the situation calls for it, one who is able to give up being, having such false pride and become as small as possible. How? With great humility. The art of being humble in all situations is what is anima. Not making a prestige issue of our accomplishments, etc., or our opinions, more importantly, right? Not being insistent that my will only, right? No, that kind of a insistence one who doesn't have is the one who is using this anima very well. And mahima is not just becoming huge, big in stature, but it is much more owning up our responsibilities and stepping up our skills to, stand up true to those responsibilities. So one who is able to do that as per the call of the situation, one who is able to step up, right? That person has this mahima. Garima, heaviness. So this garima, how is it exercised? One who is able to, stand firm on their convictions, stand firm on those values that they have, or values or principles that they have adapted in life. That person is, exercising this garima. Garima is what? Being decisive. Precisely, if we want to say, being decisive and not getting tossed around by the situations life throws on us, not becoming a victim of paristhiti, but having the right manasthiti in place to take decisions as is required. Then further is laghima. Laghima is that out of being joyous or having that sense of humor to laugh off difficult situations. And that is for what? That is not for making, taking humor at the cost of someone else, but much more it is about, not putting oneself down. If things have gone wrong, if there is a fall, what should one do? Just dust up and rise up again. So how? With a smile on the face. So therefore this is this laghima. And then there is prapti. Prapti in today's, in our times, how do we apply this prapti? The prapti is in utilizing our resources as best as we can. Not weep and mope that, oh, I don't have this, or, I could have done better if had I had that, had I had the advantage of someone else doing much more because of their set of resources. No, be like Ramji. Even in the situation of war when he had to face Ravana, someone would have said that, oh, but doesn't he have the entire forces of Ayodhya? Even if they belong with his brother Bharat, couldn't he have just asked him? And Bharat would have just like this brought those forces along. But no, Ramji chose to do the other way. He, with whatever he could, with the assistance of the Vanara Sena, he went ahead and fought the war against Ravana and won also, right? So one who is a resourceful go-getter, that person, who is not just accepting challenges but making sure that they succeed at those challenges also, is one who has this prapti. And then there is prakamya. Prakamya, one who has the ability or the agility to be rightfully in the right place at the right time. How is that? By using creativity in thinking, coming out of difficult situations, is this prakamya. Not that one is in a difficult situation and one keeps crying and says, oh, I can't, it's like a whole cascade of situations which has come, an avalanche has fallen on me and now I cannot raise myself. No, this person is who? This person is one who sees opportunities in difficulties, as Gurudev would say, right? Seeing opportunities in difficulties and coming out a winner through them, right? So that person who has this ability of being agile in various situations through prakamya. And then there is the ishitvam and vashitvam. Ishitvam is what? Ishitvam is, governing or being the leader, and vashitvam is controlling, having the ability to control people. Now this should not be taken negatively, more of it should be taken positively. How through love and understanding people can, a leader can win over the hearts of his team, of the people he is leading, and take them towards the benefit of everyone, right? That is this ishitvam and vashitvam. So here I would suggest that all of you also read Guruji's commentary, and further he also says, how there are the others 8 strengths which Hanumanji has, which also can be counted here. What are the 8 powers or 8 strengths of Hanumanji? So buddhir balam yasho dhairyam nirbhayatvam arogata ajadyam vakpatutvam cha hanumat smaranat bhavet. This is a very beautiful shloka which talks of the 8 powers of Hanumanji, right? And what are these 8 powers? Buddhi, the right intelligence, that by which one should be able to do all kinds of duties in the right way, with the right responsibility. How? By having clarity in thought. So that is buddhi. Then balam, strength, not just the physical strength but also the mental power to use that physical strength in the right manner. So that is balam. Then yashaha, good name, popularity. As we know, Hanumanji has that popularity everywhere. With his, it is not just that every time Ramji was with him. No, it was Ramji's name which was with him, and with that name on his tongue at all times, he was able to accomplish various things. So that's how Yasha was always with him. And then Dhairyam is fortitude. Fortitude as in forbearance to go through all life situations. May they be high or lows, or may there be elation or criticism. Still, what will that sadhaka do? Sadhaka will take both in their stride and stay calm and composed in all situations. So that is dhairyam. Then nirbhayatvam, being fearless. There are definitely going to be challenges in life, but that doesn't mean that we just take one sheet and cover ourselves and say no problems at all. This is how I will tackle problems. I will stay in bed and think that everything is just happening outside, nothing is affecting me. Not like that. So one who is able to be nirbhayam, nirbhayam, the one who has fearless despite all challenges, that person is able to face such life situations. How? Through detachment, through vairagya. So too, in the scriptures it is written. What is written? It is told, vairagyam eva abhayam. So one who has that detachment, one who is a renunciate. Who is a renunciate as in, is that person only wearing orange and ochre robes and then has thus become fearless? No. Vairagyam eva abhayam means what? One who looks at the world with the vision of vairagya, knowing that nothing in this world is permanent, and thus looks at life situations in that manner, is able to look at all situations with great clarity of this vision, and therefore act in such a way that there is no fear. There is no fear of change. There is no fear of death. So that is nirbhayam. Arogata, he is very healthy. And this healthiness not just comes from a fit body, but healthiness also comes from a fit mind, a healthy mind, which is free of all kinds of diseases. So diseases are not going to ail only the body, but diseases mainly will affect our mind also, right? What are the mind's diseases? Greed, anger, all the 6 negativities are what is ail the mind, right? So these become the difficulties or the obstacles of our life. And how is this person? This person is arogata. Arogata, this person means this is Hanumanji, okay? And who will gain this? The one who worships Hanumanji, the one who remembers Hanumanji, this person will gain these properties also. Ajadyam, one who will be freed of laziness. Laziness or inertia is not just again at the body level only, the laziness much more is at the mind level, and this can be cured only when one has resolved or has the conviction to stand up true to their values, and therefore at all times will be vigilant, alert and bright and agile, right? So that person is one who will win over all life situations, right? So one who is flexible, one who is able to think on their feet and not fall prey to all life's situations, all life's problems, they don't fall a prey to, So that is one of the things that Taponji Maharaj used to always say, that an alert, vigilant mind itself is true sadhana. So as we might now have seen, through various Shravana that we have done, what is much more difficult to achieve is that purity of mind. Our struggle is more towards that, right? And therefore, what should one do? Strive at that. Put in efforts much more at disciplining the mind, right? Looking at Hanumanji's, his stance, the way he sits, the way he is very, Sahasa badana tumharo yasha gave. By seeing his whole demeanor itself, seeing his body language itself, one will see that this person is a very successful person. Why? Because there is so much of discipline seen in his own stand itself, right? So that is Hanumanji, who doesn't have even a wee bit of laziness in him, right? So that is Ajadyam. Then last one is Vakpatutvam cha. Vakpatutvam, the eloquence in speech that he has. As we had seen even earlier, he has amazing communication skills, and it was this that had floored Ramji and Lakshmanji and their first meeting. And he said, this Vanara, he is, he's not just any Brahmin. He is someone who is very well read in the scriptures and knows beautifully how to express himself in the words and the right tone of speech. So Vakpatutvam cha. So these are the other 8 values that you can associate Hanumanji with, that Ashta Siddhi. And further, what is the 9 forms of wealth, you might ask? So here Guruji had says that the 9 kinds of wealth and precious stones of Kubera are listed as Mahapadma, Padma, Shankha, Makara, and Kachapa, Mukunda, Kunda, Neela and Kharva. However, Guruji says that the greatest wealth that Hanumanji has, what is that? The greatest wealth that Hanumanji has is the love for Sri Rama. And that he is willing to give very abundantly to whoever is seeking it. Right? So, Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi Ke Data. Not only does he have these Ashta Siddhis, he is also someone who is willingly giving it away. Anyone asks for it, he said, oh, you want only this much? You want only for 1 year, 2 years? No, lifelong I am giving you these. Okay. So such is Hanumanji, right? Such is the wealth of Hanumanji, which he is abundantly bestowing on the devotees of Ramji, right? Right. So then here next one is next verse is what here. So tumhare bhajana Ram ko pave janam janam ke dukh bisrave. So here what does he say? He says that one who worships Hanumanji, tumhare bhajana, the one who worships Hanumanji, what happens to that person? Whatever prayers that one is offering to Hanumanji, those they reach Ramji. So here we have to understand that Hanumanji is the greatest devotee of Ramji, right? And what is said here? Should Ramji be irritated that what is this? Everyone is praying to Hanumanji and no one is praying to me. No, Ramji is most pleased that people come and they offer their prayers to Hanumanji, because he says whatever you offer to Hanumanji, it is bound to come to Ramji, right? So Ramji is most pleased by that, right? And in fact, you will see also across the world, there might be temples of Ramji, in which in these temples, what is essential? Hanumanji has to be there. But the same is not true for the temples which are dedicated to Hanumanji alone. Where Hanumanji is there alone, there it is not necessary that you have to have a Ramji temple, right? So Hanumanji is Bhakta Priya. The devotees all love him and they offer their prayers to him, and through him those prayers are reaching Ramji, right? So whatever, and as a result, what happens? Those who pray, they willingly, what they do, they surrender their grief, whatever pains and afflictions they have in their lifetimes, they are offering them to Bhagwan, right? They are offering them to Bhagwan, and they have no kind of remorse at doing that. They don't shy away from Hanumanji to do that. They willingly go to Hanumanji and say, "Oh Hanumanji, you are my only resort. Please you cure me of all of this," right? So in any kind of sorrow, what is it? All people who might not even know of Hanumanji, what will they do? They will directly offer their prayers to this Hanumanji with a great lot of devotion, or rather with a great lot of faith that Hanumanji is going to cure me of all these afflictions that have come into my life. In some religions we see that there is this practice of doing a confession, and it is done to a priest and so on, right? But here in our Sanatana Dharma, how is it? We can offer directly whatever is ailing us, whatever is paining us, whatever is the cause of sorrow in our life, we can directly speak to Bhagwan. There is no in between. There is no in between agent. We can directly connect with Bhagwan, right? So wholeheartedly, open-heartedly, what should one be able to do? One should be able to express the disturbance of mind, the restlessness, the agitations of the mind, which one can't handle. One can easily offer them at the feet of Bhagwan and say, "Oh Bhagwan, you are my only support, you are my only resort, and you are the one who can take me out of the situation. Please do it," right? So the Falashruti here is also what? Janama janama ke dukha bisarave. So what did he say? He says, "Tumhare bhajana Ram ko paave, janama janama ke dukh bisarave." Not only do they reach Ramji, as a result of that, what happens? Ramji makes sure that all kinds of ailments, whatever is that difficulty, sorrow that has been engulfing me, that is completely removed. Not just for this lifetime, but lifetimes to come. There will not be then any kind of grief. In fact, then there is no further lifetime at all. One becomes truly in surrender of that Bhagwan. So if there is any mistake that we have done, or there is anything that we have a regret about and don't know what to do about it, what should we do? Just directly communicate it to Bhagwan, and who have no kind of fear thereafter as to how that one mistake can be cured. Who will cure it? Bhagwan himself will cure it for us, right? So in the next verse, there is the mention of Punarjanma. How is that? That is through this verse. Antakala Raghuvara Purajai Jaha Janma Hari Bhakta Kahai. So here he says, the sadhaka who has great faith in God, such a sadhaka will never have fear of death. So he says, a devotee who has lived a full life, a content life of upasana, of worship to the Lord, of devotion to the Lord, and performing one's duties in the attitude of service to the Lord, such a person will never have the fear of death. When the time comes to drop this body also, how will that person be? Such devotees, they will be less concerned about the body or of this world. So when we say body, it is not just this body alone, it is all that I connect with this body that is being spoken of. So when we say body, it also means the house of this body. Then there is the people that I connect with through this body. Whatever is the possessions that I think are connected with this body, that I cannot give up with, that I cannot live without. Oh, this person, I cannot live without this person at all. Or this house, I am so comfortable in this zone, I will not be able to go anywhere else. And I just each and everything that I have collected in this house, I have done it personally. I have invested so much time and effort in it that I can't leave it now, right? But are we going to be able to take any of it? No, not even a wee bit, not even a bit of an inch of this body will also go with us, right? So what happens to the sadhaka at the time of death? In the Ishavasya Upanishad, there is this mention of the last moments of death that the sadhaka is watching, and then he says, Vayur nilam amrutam ethadam bhasmantam shariram om krato smara krutam smara krato smara krutam smara. So here is the reminder at the time of death to that sadhaka. What is he saying? So he says that a sadhaka at his last moments, he watches as what is happening. The senses, one by one, the instruments that one had seen as though these are me alone, right? What is happening to them? They are giving up one by one. They are becoming weak one after the other and folding up as though, packing up, ready to leave this body, right? And at that moment, this sadhaka reminds oneself. What does he say? Bhasmantakam shariram. This body is nothing but the ashes alone. It has risen from the ashes, it came from that earth only, and it will go back to that earth only. Bhasmantakam shariram, right? And one who sees this, what should they do? They should think of what? Not of this body, which was ever impermanent, which was ever anitya only. And it had to die. Because it was born, it is definitely going to die. So what then should one think of at the end of this sharira, or when one is seeing one's death come? So it is at that time that one should krato smara, the one who is my Lord, the Lord, my Bhagwan. That Bhagwan is whom I should think about. The one who is my benefactor, the one who has been patiently, compassionately giving all that I need in and through this life. That benefactor, that Bhagwan, that karma phala data, I should think of him alone in this last moments of my life. No, of the last moments of this body. I have to think of that karma phala data only. And further, what should one think of? Krutam smara, that sadhana which you have been doing daily, that sadhana which has been your inspiration to drive you through various life challenges, think of that. Krato smara, krutam smara. And for more emphasis, what is done? It is retold. Krato smara, krutam smara. Right? So this is what one who is at their, one who is in the last stages of life should think of. Why last stages of life? We are not going to know when the last stages of life are going to come. Therefore, right now itself, what should one do? One should remind oneself. Bhasmantakam shariram, krato smara, krutam smara, krato smara, krutam smara. Right? So what should one do? One should know that this body definitely is going to die at any moment. So that what should one have faith in? One should have faith in that krataha, the one who is the giver of all results of actions, that karma phala data, him is whom we should keep in mind. And also that sadhana that I have done, as a result of which I have gained lot of sukha, I have gained a lot of solace, that sadhana I should keep in mind, as in I should keep in mind the end or the purpose of that sadhana, not just that method alone. Okay, don't get deluded again by this. One should not keep thinking of the relationships built, the possessions gained, the objects acquired. No, one should be thinking of only that essential knowledge which has come to me as a result of the sadhana that I have done, that knowledge which was mine all along but I had forgotten about it. So at my last moments, what should give me solace? The knowledge or that wisdom which I have acquired as a result of these sadhanas, that is what I have to keep in my mind. Right? So here, what example we can take? One is that we have to remember that when the body is at its last stage, it is nothing but it is only a transfer that is happening. Transfer, when someone is working and their maybe appraisals have happened, etc., and now the person is looking out for a promotion. And at that moment when the promotion is announced, they might say that as a result of this promotion, what is going to happen? Your office is going to change to that place. You are going higher up, but this is where you will go. You have to drop your last position. So only when I am ready to drop that last position will I be able to own up the next one. So this should be the attitude of that sadhaka also. Where I am going now is nothing but a promotion for me. I am dropping one body to go to the next one, so that transfer becomes something which is much more purposeful for me, not a cause for worry or concern or sorrow of any sort that I am losing this body. That was going to happen anyways. So what should I do? I should happily embrace this fate which has come to me and go on to the next. Right? So here the example can be given of Bhishma Pitamaha. So Bhishma Pitamaha, when he was lying on the bed of arrows, one might have thought, how painful that would have been, and how could he endure that? So we have to remember that Bhishma Pitamaha was earlier who he was that Prabhas, the one who was a demigod living higher up in the heavens, where what was not there? The pain, bodily pains, etc., the sorrows at the level of the body were never there. Right? So was he worried about the pain that he was suffering in now? He knew that body had to go. Right? So there was no regret about being on those bed of arrows. He knew that his fate was already decided. He was already going to go back to the heavens where he was Prabhas. Right? So in a sadhaka's life, what is important? sadhaka's life, should be such that he's ready. The sadhaka is willing to accept whatever change, because death is nothing but a change of garbs, as is said. It is just, leaving one body to take on the next. Or death is nothing but, or rather change is nothing but death only. Or how is that? Because one moment is gone and the next is born. Or one moment is born to replace the last one. Right? So like this, changes keep happening. Change alone is the changeless law in this world. So the sadhaka should be prepared for what? The sadhaka should be prepared for overcoming all kinds of difficulties in life. Embrace them without any kind of fear. Not the fear of losing anyone, not the fear of losing this body even. Then what are the, you might ask, what is the cause of fear? Is there some reference to this? Is there something which will tell me what brings this fear into our life? So here it is said that there are two kinds of fear. One Mahatma says, it's brilliant wisdom, okay? What he says that there are two kinds of fears. One is अकर्तव्य का करना और कर्तव्य का न करना. That which is not my kartavya, that which is not my duty, doing that, and kartavya ka na karna, and that which is my duties, that which is my responsibility, not owning up to those, that is what is the cause of fear. Two causes of fear again is what? अकर्तव्य का करना और कर्तव्य का न करना. So how should I look at this? So we know we can look at ourselves in terms of this, and truly question, am I doing what I should be doing, or am I doing what I actually should not be doing? That which is not my kartavya, am I getting into those kind of activities and then willingly pushing myself into problems? Or am I doing that which I should be doing at all times, and therefore I stay out of problems, right? So doing what we should not have done and not doing what we should have done, that is the cause of, these are the two causes of fear, right? So example for students is most easy is that when it is the time of exams, what happens? When it is the time of exams, one is either in fear of, oh, year long I have not taken notes, so what will I do now? So since I can't do anything, what should I do? Let me sit and watch this movie, it will take out some of my tension. So what has happened? Kartavya ka na karna, that which I should be doing, I should be studying, that I am not doing. Akartavya ka karna. So I shouldn't be entertaining myself by watching a movie, but what do I choose to do? Let go of the present stress by watching this movie. What then is going to happen? Definitely failing the examples is the result over there, right? So what a sadhaka should do, a sadhaka knows, and that sadhaka should keep to that duty itself, right? What is that? A sadhaka should follow one's dharma, stay true to one's responsibilities, and not give in for adharmic choices or adharmic situations which might present themselves to me. Those choices I should refrain from taking. When I know that something is not going to fit into my scheme of a certain goal that I am looking at, what should I do? I should stay away from those kind of activities. No matter how much appealing they might be, or no matter how much incentive they might give to me, best is to stay away from them, because they are not going to serve any purpose other than prolonging my stay and causing much more sorrow in my life, right? So what should the sadhaka do? Sadhaka should instead think of Bhagwan. Krato smara, kratum smara. So this sadhaka has the right to choose the right kind of actions, right kind of thoughts, and not giving into adharma. As a result, what will happen? Antagala raghupara purajai. As a result of this, what is going to happen? The sadhaka is definitely going to go directly to Bhagwan's abode. Antakala raghupara purajai, jaha janma hari bhakta kahai. So such a person is going to reach that Bhagwan's abode, and what then is going to be the result? That devotee is then going to revel in the knowledge of that Bhagwan, revel in the presence of that Bhagwan, revel in the presence of various other bhaktas who are there in that Saket Loka, and not be worried thereafter about, where is my food going to come from, how am I going to sustain this body. No, all that is going to be taken care of by Bhagwan only, like it always was being done, right? So that there is no fear as such going to come to such a sadhaka. So this sadhaka, how has he reached this place, where he is able to, at the last moment, at his end moments, he knows that he has a positivity to look forward to, that there is not going to be any kind of there is not going to be any kind of dead end for them, saying, oh, so much I did and this is what I am going to get. No, such a sadhaka is assured that what lies ahead for me, even if it means that taking birth over and over, right, it is going to be only to revel in Bhagwan, in Bhagwan's Nama Sankirtan, in his devotion, in service to him. I will come here over and over again. Like whom? Like Hanumanji. He is said to be that Chiranjeevi who never left. Why? He never even thought of going into that Saket Loka. Why? Because he said, in Saket Loka, Ramji is always going to be with me. So there will be lesser occasions to do what? To think of his glories, or to listen to his glories. Right? I don't want that to be taken for granted. I want to stay here where there are so many places where devotees are singing his kathas, telling about his various, prowess over here, how he took the leadership and took these, Vanaras along, and he went to Lanka and fought this war against Ravana. So many other stories which are, giving me so much of joy. How he met so many Vanavasis, how he met so many tribals and other people while he was in that 14 years of Vanavas, and how each and every jiva, each and every yoni that met, each and every species that met Bhagwan Ramji, they gained only joy, they gained only mukti in his presence, right? So Hanumanji was like, I have no issues about this Anta Kala coming, because there is no Anta when there is Rama with me. There is no fear of that Anta when there is Ramji with me. So therefore, what should one do? One should revel in that Nama of Lord at all times. Anta Kala Raghuvara Purajahi, Jaha Janma Hari Bhakta Kahai. And then further he says, Aur Devata Chittana Dharai, Hanumat Se Sarva Sukha Karai. So this part of it we will take in the next session, and we will probably in the next session we will close this Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, maybe the next session is going to be the last session. If you have any doubts, etc., also please do mention that to me. Right now we will close the session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि ओम।